Yo, what's up with y'all boys, man? I'm back with another video, man. And today, we got You Are Not Your Self-Improvement Project. Now, I don't really know what's the problem with self-improvement. I've been seeing a little, some videos saying that self-improvement is bad and shit, but we gonna let her cook. You know what I'm saying? We gonna let her cook. If she cooking, we gonna continue to let her cook. If she spin that bullshit, we gonna cut this shit off. So without further ado, we gonna get her right into it.
This world has convinced us that our worth lies somewhere in the future once we do certain things. But in reality, the truth is your worth, it's inherent. You're inherently valuable. You're inherently loved. And again, you are inherently deserving of whatever life you want without having to do anything else. And once you recognize that, and once you really start believing that to be true, everything that you want will come to you with a lot more ease. What's good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I don't know what's been going on, but I feel like every time I'm online nowadays, I see so much content about improving yourself, glowing up, leveling up, yada, yada, yada. Even when it comes to our spiritual journeys, we often become very obsessed with improving all the time. And I feel like this obsession with improvement, self-improvement, is honestly so rooted in capitalism that it's actually crazy.
Now, I'm a little spit, but from my perspective of how I'm viewing it now, is like, I don't see anything wrong with improving yourself every day and taking steps every day to improve something or yourself. Like, I don't really see what's wrong with that, but
these machines that can constantly be improved with more fine tuning, with more, maybe read some more self-help books, maybe, I don't know, do like a new diet, something. There's always something that we can be doing to improve ourselves. And while I think it's amazing to strive to be better every single day, I'm definitely the kind of person who does believe in that and does buy into that mindset a lot. If you guys watch my videos, I'm sure y'all see this all the time, but I think it gets to a point where sometimes we really have to stop and recognize that who we are right now, who you are right now in this very moment is enough. I think oftentimes when we obsess over this idea that we have to improve and again, do more, chase something in order to then be worthy of the life we want, that obsession, that thought process is actually what oftentimes hinders us from reaching the reality that we want, because we feel like we have to get somewhere else in order to be, again, who we want to be, or in order to achieve something.
You know what I slick think this is a difference of? I think this is a difference of like the genders and how we think, because it's like she's saying like getting towards something like it's a bad thing, but I want to get towards a goal. Like it's like in shonen anime, you know how like in shonen anime, right? The reason why it works so well with young men is because it's what you really want. It's like the journey you want. You want to start off as a young nigga that ain't got shit, and make your way up into that nigga, like Himothy, right? But like with women, they don't really like that shit because it's not really what they intrinsically want. I really think men intrinsically want to be like a fucking anime character, right? And improve every day and train and finally get that moment where you shine and you just lit. That's what
in reality, it's like whatever it is that you want your reality to look like, you deserve that reality without having to do anything else. And once you recognize that, and once you really start believing that to be true, everything that you want will come to you with a lot more ease. You'll actually start to see that your reality is already in the vibration of what you want, because even you having a desire to be better, to want, to do something to improve, means that you have the capacity to be that version of yourself. We often unintentionally obsess over the future because it gives us a sense of control. And I think someone on my channel actually commented this, which I really appreciate.
But you do have control over your life though. Like if I don't do shit, if I, drop out of college, don't do shit with YouTube, just drop out, nigga, I won't have shit. Now, intrinsically, I could be good, but I feel like if you really love yourself, well, it's really what you view as the perfect life. Like, I view myself as a YouTuber, the perfect life. That's my perfect life. But you might view yourself as a teacher or something, you know what I'm saying? Teaching at the school, having fun with the kids and all that shit, and a mother or some shit, you know what I'm saying? But I really just feel like it has to be what you intrinsically want. I mean, that's not saying that anything's wrong in the inside. It's just saying that I just want outside things for myself. I feel like I think she's trying to
think about it from this way before I read this comment. But when we think about the future, it gives us a sense of control. It allows us to feel like we are working towards where we want to be. But I think a lot of us have to also learn the lesson of receiving. We've literally been trained from age, what, like 6, and we're in kindergarten, to think that we have to be chasing, pursuing, going after things in order to be of any worth or value in this country and in this world just in general. We have to constantly be chasing a new goal, doing a new thing. I have a lot of people who, you know, once I like hit 100K on YouTube and like once I quit my job, they were like, what's next? Like, what are you gonna do next? I can't wait to see like what business you start next, or, you know, what. And I'm like, well, what if I just were to sit here and just enjoy this? Like, what would happen if I really just allowed myself to just enjoy where I am right now?
But then again, I think that's the difference between men and women, though, because men, we always want what's next. We don't really want there to be an end to it. I mean, we want there to be an end to it, but we want to be up here when the end. Like, I think women are cool with being like, you know, just in the middle. But like, as a man, you want to be the best. You don't want to be the average nigga. You want to be the best. And I think that's the key difference.
Because honestly, I've worked really hard. Most of us have worked really hard our entire lives. We've been in school. We've, you know, we had to, you know, maybe you went to college, maybe you graduated, maybe then you got a new job, and then maybe you know, you're working to get a promotion. You're constantly working to chase the next thing. And I feel like a lot of times when we really just allow ourselves to just sit and really just reflect on how far we've come and how hard we've all worked most of our lives to get to this point, we'll recognize that I think what a lot of us really just want is just to rest. Like, I think a lot of us really truly just desire the feeling of just having some kind of inner peace and feeling like, okay, I am enough right now. I'm enough. I've done enough. There's nothing else I need to do to prove my worth in this world, because again, this world has convinced us that our worth lies somewhere.
But she's saying it in the sense of like, somebody is thinking, oh, when I get famous or when I get money, I'm gonna be happy. But what I'm saying is, it's like, I'm already happy inside and with who I am, but I just still want that. Cause like, once you get yourself right and inside and who you are as a person, like you gonna still want other shit. I mean, you don't need other shit. That's the thing about it. You don't need it. I mean, you might want it, but if I don't get it, I'm still gonna be a happy individual. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, who doesn't want to see the upper echelons of life? Who doesn't?
Somewhere in the future, once we do certain things. But in reality, the truth is your worth, it's inherent. You're inherently worthy. You're inherently valuable. Okay. You're inherently loved. And again, you are inherently deserving of whatever life you want without having to do anything else. And I think honestly, life, like this whole game of life, I think is literally just learning again and again how to love ourselves more deeply, how to love ourselves more unconditionally. And oftentimes, especially like in the spiritual community, there's this idea that we constantly need to be proving. Like, healing in itself feels like this journey that's a constant battle, like this thing that we're constantly doing. And we often get very caught up in this like healer's trap. Being spiritual has to look a certain way. We feel like we have to be isolating ourselves, and we have to be, we have to, I don't know, like there's just so many things that I see online, especially in the spiritual community, of like, you need to be living your life a certain way in order to truly be healing.
Yeah, that's not good.
But I encourage you to recognize that like literally every single thing that you experience in life is beneficial to your spiritual journey, because the whole point of awakening or being spiritual is recognizing that you are literally the universe experiencing itself. So there's nothing that you can do that is going to pull you outside of yourself. Yes, there's going to be some things that you do that are not going to make you feel good, right? There's going to be some things that you do that are going to not be, productive in you remembering who it is that you are, but that's a part of the journey too. We have to go through these periods of dark and light, but don't trap yourself in this idea of what healing has to look like. Don't trap yourself in this idea of, oh, I have to suffer in order to feel good, in order to be enlightened. I have to push away all my desires in order to get the life that I want. It's a lot of, there's so much stuff online about that. And I don't know. I've definitely been a part of that whole like movement. I think a little bit, I definitely did buy into that way of thinking for a really long time, but I just encourage you to recognize that like literally healing, being a spiritual person, being on a spiritual journey can look so many different ways, and you don't have to be focused constantly on improving and growing. That is so incredibly rooted in capitalism, and all you really have to do, your only responsibility in this entire journey of life, is to literally love yourself right now as you are, deeply and unconditionally, and recognize that who you are in this moment is worthy of whatever it is that you want in the future. You're already worthy of it. You don't have to do anything else because you are already perfect as you are. And once you start loving yourself that deeply, once you start really truly believing that, anything that it is that you want will come to you naturally. Like everything will start flowing to you much more easy because you genuinely are moving at a frequency where you believe that you are deserving of things. And when that happens, the universe just aligns. Like literally your reality very much aligns to your thought process. You have to really recognize that there's nothing else you have to do right now to change. All you have to do is recognize that, oh,
I understand what she's saying, but saying that you have to do nothing is the problem I got. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna have to put the work in. You still gonna have to do the shit. Cause like you manifesting all this energy and shit, but it's not going into shit. You have to put it into something. It's like having all this shit in your hand, nigga. Like, what the fuck you gonna do with it? It gotta go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's really, I think, where I'm disagreeing.
Oh, I am deserving of whatever it is that I want.
Just don't say
and
you
then
gotta
suddenly
do
the
nothing.
things that you want will start coming to you. And I know I'm making it sound a little bit easier than it is. I know it's a journey. When you're being present in that journey, there's going to be those moments where it feels hard and where it feels difficult and where it feels like stressful even to be. You have to recognize that when you want something, that thing is already yours. You just have to talk about that thing and look at that thing as if it's already happened to you. Stop saying you want something and start saying that you have it, right? Start speaking as if whatever it is that you want is already yours because it is. And that's how you truly...
Yeah, nigga, because we already got 100K subs. We already do, man. Even though we only got like, what, 580 right now? Yeah, we at 580 subs, man. And we're going to keep growing, man. We're going to be at 100K by the end of the year. I said that. Remember, I said that.
Love yourself the most. You recognize that, okay, I want something, it's mine. I deserve it right now because I'm already inherently worthy of that thing. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's more like you going to move like you got it. So you're going to move with the confidence to get you there. Because if you move like you didn't have it or like, oh, I don't know, and then when shit get hard, you're not really going to push through that shit because you're like, I'm probably not going to get it anyway. But if you say, yeah, I already got this shit, I just got to push through this shit because once I push through this shit, I'm already knowing I got that shit.
And you don't have to prove anything else to yourself. You don't have to prove anything else to the world. You don't have to prove anything else to the universe to show that what you want, you should be able to have. You can just have it. You can just embody that. You can just embody your future self right now. So let go of your attachment of the future outcome and start just living in the present. That is literally the best spirit. Like, I know that there is 1,000,001 videos out there about how to improve yourself, how to level up, on how to glow up, whatever. But I'm telling you, the only advice that you need to come back to every single day is to be present and to love yourself unconditionally. Everything that you've done up until this point is perfect. Everything that you are in this moment is perfect. Let go of your past. Let go of who you were. Let go of all the mistakes.
I feel like you should accept it, but I don't think you should say it's perfect, though. Everything ain't perfect, nah. Let's give it a bug. It's some shit you did that was, you know what I'm saying?
You feel like you've made all the things that
you've
done
accept
maybe blocked, where you want to be today. It doesn't matter. It doesn't exist. All you are in this moment is who you are in this moment, right? That's literally all that exists. All that exists is the present. So stop focusing on that outcome. Focus on the journey. I feel like I say this in pretty much every video at this point. This is like
that is true, though.
I guess what my videos are coming back to is this advice to, again, just be present. But I just felt the need to kind of just come on here and remind you that, again, you are not a self-improvement project. There's nothing else that you have to change in order to be more deserving of love and the things that you want in life. So hopefully this resonated in some way, you guys, and I hope you guys are... That's
the end of the video, man. Hey, man, she made some very valid points. You know what I'm saying? It was just some of the little teeny itsy bitsy words I really didn't agree with, but for the most part I kind of agree with it, man. But that's all I got for y'all boys today, man. So I'll holla at y'all boys when I'm out. I love our kids. I don't need her. I need two things: money,